Hello everyone, my name is Dharshan Shastri and I am working as an intern at CyberSapiens. Today I will be presenting a cybersecurity tool called Nikto, which is an open source web server vulnerability scanner. In modern web applications, security is very important because attackers often target web servers to exploit vulnerabilities. Tools like Nikto help security professionals identify these weaknesses before they can be exploited. In this presentation, I will explain what Nikto is, why it is used, its features, how it works, and some common vulnerabilities it can detect. I will also demonstrate a simple Nikto scan to show how it identifies security issues in a web server. So let us begin. What is Nikto? Open source web server scanner. Nikto is an open source tool used to scan web servers for security vulnerabilities. Because it is open source, anyone can use and modify it freely. Finds vulnerabilities and misconfigurations. Nikto checks websites for security weaknesses such as misconfigured settings, exposed files, or insecure server configurations. Tests web servers for security issues. The tool sends requests to the web server and analyzes the response to detect potential security problems. Used in penetration testing. Security professionals use Nikto during penetration testing to identify weaknesses in web servers before attackers exploit them. Why Nikto is used? Detect vulnerable server configuration. Nikto helps identify incorrect server configurations that could allow unauthorized access or attacks. Identify outdated software. It can detect old versions of web servers or software that may contain known security vulnerabilities. Find dangerous files. Nikto scans for sensitive or dangerous files that should not be publicly accessible on a web server. Improve web server security. By identifying these issues, administrators can fix them and improve the overall security of the website. Features of Nikto. Scans 6700 plus dangerous files. Nikto has a large database that allows it to detect thousands of potential dangerous files or scripts. Detects outdated server versions. The tool checks the web server version and warns if it is outdated or vulnerable. Checks configuration issues. Nikto also identifies insecure server configurations that may lead to security risks. Supports SSL scanning. It can scan websites that uses HTTPS and analyze the security of SSL TLS configurations. Generates reports. After completing a scan, Nikto provides detailed reports showing the vulnerabilities detected. How Nikto works. User provides target URL IP. First, the user specifies the target websites or server using its IP or URL address. Nikto sends HTTP requests. The tool sends multiple HTTP requests to the web server to gather information. Server responses analyzed. Nikto analyzes the server responses received from the server. Vulnerabilities reported. If any vulnerabilities or misconfigurations are found, Nikto reports them in the scan results. Nikto command examples. Nikto-h followed by the URL of the website. This command runs a Nikto scan to the specified website. -h specifies the target host. The H option tells Nikto which host or website to scan. Nikto scans the web server. Once executed, Nikto checks the server for vulnerabilities and security misconfigurations. Vulnerabilities found. Outdated server software. Nikto can detect servers running outdated software that may contain known security flaws. Directory indexing enabled. If directory indexing is enabled, attackers may be able to see files stored on the server. Missing security headers. Security headers protect websites from attacks like clickjacking and accesses. Missing headers can increase risk. Default files exposed. Sometimes default files or admin pages are left accessible, which attackers may exploit. So now we will see a demo. This is Kali Linux. Now I will demonstrate how Nikto can scan a web server to detect vulnerabilities and security misconfiguration. Let's go to terminal. Basic login commands. Now we have to check if Nikto is present in our Kali or not. For that, Nikto version. This shows if Nikto is available in your Kali or not. If Nikto is not installed in your Kali, then sudo apt install Nikto. This command will install Nikto in your Kali. As I have already installed Nikto in my Kali, now let's go to the testing. Nikto -h followed by the URL of the website. Here I am using max time. The max time option is used to limit the execution time. It means it will execute within the time specified here. Here I am using a demo website which is intentionally vulnerable, which is used for testings. Now Nikto sends HTTP request to the server and compares the responses with its vulnerability database to identify security issues. Here we can see multiple IPs found, target IPs, the host name, target port and start time. Here we can also see the server which the website is running on Apache server here. And yes, here we can see the output. Missing Xframe option header is not present. Content type option header is not set. Missing security headers and possible web server misconfigurations. These are security misconfiguration. And yes, the scan completed with 0 errors, which means the tool was able to communicate with the server. Nikto reported 2 security issues related to missing HTTP security headers. This shows how Nikto helps security professionals quickly identify vulnerabilities in web servers during penetration testing. So this is how Nikto works. Now let's get back to the PPT. Now I have shown you how Nikto works. Now let's see the advantages. Free and open source. Nikto is completely free and available for anyone to use. Easy to use. The tool is simple to run using basic commands in the terminal. Fast scanning. Nikto quickly scans a web server and identifies potential vulnerabilities. Large vulnerability database. It contains a large database for known vulnerabilities and security issues. Now the limitations. High false positives. Sometimes Nikto may not report issues that are not actually vulnerabilities, easily detected by IDS IPS. Because Nikto sends many requests, security systems can easily detect the scan. No stealth scanning. Nikto does not try to hide the scan activity, making it visible to the server administrators. Does not exploit vulnerabilities. Nikto only detects vulnerabilities, it does not exploit them. Conclusion. Powerful web server scanner. Nikto is powerful. Nikto is useful tool for scanning web servers and identifying vulnerabilities. Useful for initial security testing. It is often used during the early stage of penetration testing. Helps identify web server weaknesses. By detecting vulnerabilities, Nikto helps improve website security. In conclusion, Nikto is a powerful tool used in web security testing to identify vulnerabilities and misconfigurations in web servers. By detecting these issues early, security professionals can improve the security of web applications and prevent potential attacks. So that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.